Welcome back to the channel, Upcyclers. We are doing a PSA reveal today. This was sent in on the February baseball special, so it is all baseball cards. They turned it around in under a month. I sent this in the first couple of days. Got it back in the mail yesterday. Now, one caveat to that I will say is they do their processing, or at least their mail receiving, in up near Los Angeles, and I live just down in San Diego, so the shipping to and from usually goes quite quickly for me with PSA. Anyway, we've got a few raw cards in here that I bought to grade and sell. Got this one, Crack Out. Got a few things that I pulled from opening some packs over the last couple months. And then I threw a couple of PC cards like this one in just to fill out the order. So anyway, if you do enjoy this kind of content, I've got lots of videos like this. We try to put out a new video every Friday morning at 11 a.m. Pacific. Please do like and subscribe. It really does help me out. It helps other people find the videos and the channel. And if you enjoy it, throw me a sub and you will be notified when new videos post. All right, let's get to it. So this was a SGC 9.5 crack out. If you watch my other videos, kind of know where I stand on the SGC 9.5. It's always a good gamble to crack that and send that into PSA, because if you get a 9, it's basically a wash, and if you get a 10, it's a nice bump up in value. Not to mention the fact that if you do want to throw it up at auction, the PSA 9 is just going to get more eyeballs than the SGC 9, and it is what it is. All right, here we go. And it did, in fact, get a 9. This is the super short print image variation from 2020 Topps Update, by the way. Okay. This is a really cool set. 1999 Topps Finest. It is from Topps Chrome, and they did a set for different players of different statistical milestones. So this happens to be the Griffey home run card, and it is numbered out of 500. There's also doubles, RBIs, and then hits, and they're all numbered differently. So that got a 10, which is fantastic. This one, when I did buy this raw, it did still have the film on it, but I did peel that off because I don't like having that on there. I think they're meant to be pulled off, and that pretty well ensures that you're going to get a good grade on the surface. Anyway, next up, this is one I pulled opening some 2019 Topps Chrome. This is the image variation of Mookie Betts from 2019 Chrome. He's throwing a medicine ball. That one got a 9. Here is the 2022 update short print image variation of Juan Soto. It was the first time they had a card of him in a Padres uniform, and there won't be a whole lot more cards of him in a Padres uniform because he's not on the Padres anymore, but still a cool card, and one that I will probably hang on to in my personal collection. I don't know, maybe I'll sell it. I haven't decided yet. Okay, let's go over here. All right, I definitely opened a lot of Stadium Club, as if you're watching my videos before, you know that is my favorite product. So I did open a good bit of 2023 when it came out recently. This is the Spencer Steer base auto, and that was a little bit of a disappointing 8. Let's see if we can take a closer look, see if we can see anything here. There's a couple little white spots right there, but I actually think that's part of the picture, the image on the back, and not a problem with the card. But I could be wrong, or they could be wrong. I don't know. Otherwise, it looks pretty solid. It's always hard to tell centering on these. You know, you try to use the best I can do is use this bit on the outside of the black border here. At least you get a pretty good idea of the centering on the back. And the back centering looks pretty good. But on the front, I guess you can use the Stadium Club logo, but that's a best guess. Oh well. Okay, I had an extra one of these that I'd purchased raw, so I threw it in. I'll probably sell this one. I guess I was going to try to keep the better grade and sell the worst grade for the personal collection. This is part of the series of the numbered This one's out of 2,500. The earlier year ones were out of 10,000. This is the Donruss Elite Griffey. That set started, got a PSA 8. That set started in 91, I believe. And I actually pulled an Andre Dawson out of a pack when I was a kid at my local card shop. And I was the shop hero for the day. That was a cool baseball card memory from my youth. And also it gives you a pretty good indication how old I am. 2020 Topps image variation short print. This is in a lot of the sets. They'll add image variations of veteran Hall of Famers, from the vintage era into those sets, and then this one would replace a non-rookie common, whoever number 253 was in the base set, and that got a mint 9. I did pull this one when I was opening some 2020 Topps a little while ago. This was a bit of a disappointing grade. This is the 2020 Topps Chrome upgrade Celebracion of Fernando Tatis. Now, this is a short printed insert, and I've heard some people talk about this and kind of speculate that this could be a desirable insert down the road a number of years. It is cool looking. It is very unique looking. And what's interesting about it is all of them are serial numbered. This one's out of 99. There's a 50, a 25, I think a 5, and a 101 of these. But this is technically, I guess you would call the base of that card type, and it's out of 99. This was an auto that I pulled from a 2020 Stadium Club hobby box back around, early mid-January. Darryl Strawberry, really cool image on this card. Nice auto, but unfortunately it only got an 8. And your guess is as good as mine, because I looked these over and I don't think there's any surface issues on them that just aren't showing up on the camera. That one's a bit of a mystery to me. All right, here's probably the biggest card of the order. This was a card I bought raw off of PWCC back in December. And I got a good deal on it. I think I only got it for like $300. And then when I looked, this in a PSA 10, there's a couple of sales over the last few months. It's over $1,000. So I was really hoping to get a 10, and in fact, we did hit the 10. And this is a great point about these orders. It's okay to have a lot of break-even cards and even some small losses, because what'll end up probably being let's say a $600 or $700 profit on the grading of this card will more than make up for the fact that the value of this card, for example, probably didn't go up at all. So yeah, I spent $15 grading this card, or effectively I lost $15 by grading this card, because I probably can sell it for the same as I could sell a raw card. But something like this makes up for a lot of those. So that's kind of the game, right? It's about your big wins outpacing your break evens and your small losses. So when you're not trying to hit a home run on every single card you get graded, kind of like pulling cards out of a pack, right? It's about those dart throws, as our friend Striker Break says, those opportunities to hit something. Okay. Jackson Merrill. If you don't know this name, learn it. I am a little bit closer to this, obviously, because I'm a Padre fan. But he has been one of the Padres' top prospects the last several years. He's with the club in spring training right now, and it looks likely that he's going to be with the club when the season opens, and very likely could be one of the starting outfielders and get a lot of regular playing time. He's a tremendous hitter, has a chance to be a big contributor and a star in a already pretty star-studded lineup. So I have been slowly, for a while now, picking up his cards. I picked this one up raw a while back and threw it in here as well. It did unfortunately only get a 9. So really, kind of like the Darryl Strawberry earlier, this probably added next to no value to the card. But it's always easier to sell something that's slabbed. All right, this is a neat one. I actually pulled this from that 2020 Topps box that I mentioned earlier. And it is the Dodgers team card, but it's the black parallel that only comes, um, there you go, out of hobby boxes. And it is at the time, numbered out of 69. This is where they increment it by one each year to match the number of years that Topps has been making cards. So this is like the 69th nice year of cards that Topps has made. It did unfortunately only get a 9, but I'm fairly confident there's going to be a Dodger collector out there that's going to be interested in this card. But obviously would have been better, of course, to get a 10. I think overall we got a pretty tough grader on this one. You know, I mean, I didn't get any, spoiler alert, I didn't get any 7s or 6s or any wacky ones, but my gem rate was pretty poor. There's a lot of 9s in here. This is a really neat card. I guess you would call this Jay-Z's rookie card because they gave it the Topps Chrome rookie card. This is 2005 Topps Chrome. Now, this is the refractor, which does make it numbered to 999. And it did, unfortunately, only get a 9. This is one that I might actually be... I mean, it is a little off center. Off center, that's a little thicker than that side. But I do believe that that's within the 60-40, PSA guideline. Like, it probably wouldn't get a 9.5 from like a BGS or somewhere like that on that subgrade, but that one easily could have got a 10. And the fact that there were so many 9s on cards that otherwise looked good to me kind of tells me that this was a relatively tough grader, and there's a decent chance that, you've seen some other videos of mine where I've just sent in a bunch of cracked 9s and gotten back, 20, 30, 40% 10s, and then the rest back in 9s. It is possible to do. So, I mean, if I took all these 9s, what are these like? Well, there's a couple 8s in here, but if I took all, like, maybe the 5 or 6 9s in here, resent them in at $15 a pop, I mean, I think 1 or 2 of them would probably come back at 10, and that would probably make the overall process of doing that worthwhile. Last but not least is the red foil color match, air quotes, of Ohtani from 2021 Stadium Club. This card just looks so clean with the color match at $15. I was like, all right, let's go for it. And it did, in fact, get a 10. So, that, like I said, that'll make up for, the Jay-Z and the strawberry, because this will probably, it was probably a $3 card raw in a 9. It might have been a $5 or $10 card. I spent $15 getting graded. It's probably a $50, $60 card now. Anyway, that's the order. We had 4 10s against 10 not 10, so about a 33 35% gem rate. Certainly not what we're looking for. If you get an average grader, if you've gone through all your cards and you think they all have a shot at a 10, and you get an average grader, you should probably get about 50-50. If you get a lighter grader or you've got some really clean cards, you might get up in the 60 to 70% range. When you get a tougher grader, you're down in that 20, 30, maybe 40% range, and we seem to definitely be in that range. So that was unfortunate, but still, overall, that Volpe more than made up for it. I would rather have that Volpe in a 10 than probably 5 or 6 of these other ones to all get switched over to a 10 and make the Volpe a 9. But anyway, that's me. That's how it goes. Thank you very much, as always, for your time. I hope this was entertaining and educational. Please let me know in the comments below any thoughts you have. Like, subscribe, do all that YouTube stuff, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.